While we're on fines, a Chicago cruise line faces steep fines for guests not social distancing. CBS 2's Vince Gerasole joins us live from along the river. Vince, it sounds like the mayor and the boat's operators are both frustrated.
They are, and each for their own reasons. I want to show you the boat first, Brad. It's right there behind me. It's operated by Chicago Lakefront Cruises. On Saturday, a police marine unit pulled it over. Inspectors boarded, and then they made it dock and shut down operations for the rest of the evening. At first, there was an issue, a concern about possible capacity violations, but the boat was within capacity. But how the people on board the boat were allowed to conduct themselves led to 2 citations from the city for failure to maintain social distancing. Each one of those citations has a fine of up to $10,000. And today, Mayor Lori Lightfoot minced no words when she talked about this incident and how the people on board were allowed to behave as she's trying to contain the spread of COVID-19.
That was unbelievably irresponsible, and there's going to have to be consequences. You can be sure that I let off a few colorful words at the stupidity of this boat.
There were people without masks. We would tell them put it back on. You tell them put it on, they would turn around and they would take it off.
And they had no pretense of social distancing. They had every single person that was on that boat, I think almost 100 people, crammed into the top deck.
But then we tell them, hey, you're going to have to sit down and we're going to have to take the boat back to the dock and end the party if you're not going to cooperate.
They chose to do something that was clear violation, that put every single one of those people on that boat at risk.
We take temperatures, we have a waiver. We supply masks if they don't have them. We've got proper signage all over the vessel. I understand she's got a lot on her plate. I mean, it's a big city and a lot going on, and the last thing she needs is a boat that's not complying.
Once again, failure to maintain social distancing, 2 citations issued, each one with a fine of up to $10,000. Everyone is expected in court to figure this all out come August.
Yeah, we'll see how this one pans out. Vince, there are a lot of these guidelines, and they're not necessarily laws. They're really new things we're talking about. So how do you make someone socially distance if they refuse, especially if you're on a boat? Can you just kick someone off a boat if you're mid-lake or mid-sea? Do you just throw them off, or how's that happen?
Well, the boat's operators expressed that concern. They said, what do you do if people stop listening to you? And you can announce to them on the boat, you know, if you keep doing this, we're going to have to dock and let everyone off at the closest dock possible. But when it comes to the city, they're going to say, if you're going to try to operate under the conditions that we're currently under, you better figure that out. If there's a bright spot here, it's that the operators of this cruise line are now working a little bit more closely with the inspectors from the city, and they're trying to figure that out. If they should limit people, for example, to just one portion of the boat and they're not allowed to travel. Right now, this boat has an up staircase and a down staircase, and people were allowed to move if they were going to get a drink or something to eat, but they're going to try to figure out how to do it. But it certainly is a challenge, and it's something that people who operate these facilities are not necessarily used to.
Absolutely not, and probably template for others to follow. And why in these cases are the owners always on the hook, not the patron? Can a patron, specifically one who is a problem maker, can they be fined?
Yeah, I suppose there's some sort of recourse for the city, but remember, if you operate these boats or if you operate any sort of business in the city, you have a license. So that is how the city can actually come after you, because they license you, they inspect you, and they have the ability to take recourse under those circumstances.
Okay, point made. Vince Gerasole, thank you.